Tribunal proceedings. Tinubu has a 37% chance of victory, but the other 53 are stacked against him, Kokori says. This Kokori says that is talking back and forth. Eh? Tomorrow he will declare support for APC and Tinubu. Today he will come out and say something different. So now what he's saying is not different from what Nigerians know as of today, from the from the from the way the tribunal proceedings went all through. We know that Tinubu has no case at all, APC has no case, and everything is stacked up against him from the tribunal, everything from A to Z, and against him and the INEC and APC. Simple. So what Kokori is saying is not new, but let's hear him out from what he has written here. Chief Frank Kokori expressed his dissatisfaction with the amount of time it has taken for the 2023 Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to make a ruling on the petitions challenging President Asiwaju Bola Tinubu's victory in an interview with Nigeria's leading newspaper, The Sun. He emphasized that the prolonged deliberation of the tribunal has caused a sense of uncertainty within the nation. Kokori further stated that this delay has resulted in tension between the previous and the current administrations, but he believes that once a decision is reached, things will return to normal. Okay. It was him who said the opposition is not patriotic. We need to encourage patriotism in them. Obviously, losing an election hurts, but now they are going too far with it. Let the courts make their decision swiftly. They are dragging their feet on this too much. Give us the results so we know where to go from here. It is also important for state governments to stay vigilant. Everyone needs to pitch in for the common benefit of the nation. Patriotism is essential at this time. What patriotism? The only thing that will show patriotism is when the mandate is returned, or when the fouls and failures of this election are corrected. The opposition efforts to destabilize the administration are counterproductive. Everyone needs to engage with them. Tinubu has a 37 chance of victory, but the other 53 are stacked up against him. In other words, it is not simple, but they should give him a chance. They need to accept the fact that he is not a magician. This government needs everyone's support, so they should quit making things more difficult or more chaotic. So this is what Frank Kokori is saying. So mean that all his statement is still in support of APC and support of Tinubu. So you mean that people that took the case to court are trying to destabilize the government, Abi? Does that make sense, Frank Kokori? Does that make sense? When you were a union leader with NNPC as a Nupeng chairman, was this how you did it? Or at old age now, seeking for recognition from anywhere, you're not talking? Or is he talking because of his Ishekiri affiliation? We need to understand where it's coming from. Okay, so what Frank Kokori is saying here, even though there's more to hear, is obviously supporting Tinubu and trying to, to dissuade the opposition from making any action, and also trying to blame the tribunal for delaying the judgment of the tribunal, that they should bring it out fast so that we'll know where to go from here. All of these boil to the fact that Kokori is supporting Tinubu's administration. Simple. Okay, so according to Kokori, the losing parties in 2023 general election are reacting excessively, and he urged them to collaborate with President Tinubu in order to address the country's issues. He believes that working together will be the most effective way to find solution and move forward. This guy must be looking for a ministerial position. I'm very, very sure that is true. Or he must be a staunch APC person. Kokori highlighted the significance of the tribunal's ruling, stating that it will have a significant impact on the country's political landscape. He expressed his hope that the decision will be made soon, as the prolonged uncertainty is detrimental to the nation's progress. In conclusion, Chief Frank Kokori expressed his disappointment with the extended duration of 2023 Presidential Election Petition Tribunal's deliberation. He emphasized the need for a prompt decision to elect the tension between administrations and restore stability within the nation. Kokori also called for unity among the losing parties and President Tinubu to effectively address challenges facing Nigeria. We cannot address Nigeria challenges with a challenged president or with a challenged administration, with an administration that is on a faulty foundation. It is not possible. So the next thing is that the election has failed. They need to be corrected. Somebody says we are moving back. What does that mean? Shows he's not going to win. So that shows that Tinubu is not going to win. Exactly. Kokori should come out and say the truth. 37% chance of winning means that he's not going to win. So that means that he didn't win the election in the first place, and he's also not going to win at the tribunal. So he should get ready to leave. Somebody say you are a stupid man for that. Your comment. What does that mean? Some people cannot just come out and talk without insulting people. Some will be an article are just deceiving themselves. Okay, nothing will remove President Bola Tinubu as president. Only God Almighty will do. Atiku is not destined to rule Nigeria as president. Obi is getting advice from a madman. They both are confused. They don't know how to tell their people the truth that they lose woefully. Can you imagine? They didn't lose the election. Don't worry. Since you said that it's only God that can remove Tinubu, that would be a very bad one for God to remove him, because God removed Abacha, and you know how it happened. So we have to be careful when we make some comments sometimes. If you say God will remove Tinubu, that's fine. And that is what we're praying for, that God should remove him, because his government is not legitimate. Simple. Another say here, 37 plus 53 is 90. So I don't know why anyone trying to favor APC is always getting embarrassment in return. Others wasting their 17 parties, have you? And they are all foolish and senseless. Can you imagine? So I'm struggling to write. So maybe the court is using the prolonged delay tactics to discourage the masses of Nigeria in order to get acquainted with the government already constituted under Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Delay itself is a weapon for its success. So the delay is actually not good for anyone, and that is why everyone is saying that they should come out and they declare the judgment and let us move on from there. Everybody knows how the tribunal went, and the proceedings shows that Obi had the strongest case, even stronger than Atiku in that tribunal. And so they didn't know that Obi would get to that level, and that's why they are confused, and that's why they're creating time and giving Asiwaju time to plan how he's going to scuttle that judgment the way he scuttled the election. Nigeria is already on a very faulty foundation. This is not good for us. Someone said that's your own prediction, Mr. Kokori. Can you imagine? Congratulations to those that believe and trusted our platform. Yesterday game, so somebody is talking about football here when we are talking about how Nigeria will get better. Somebody said Kokori is just seeking for Tinubu's attention. Exactly. Tinubu don't even have up to 20% of survival at the tribunal. So Kokori should better look for another way of drawing Tinubu's attention and allow simple justice to prevail. Simple. That is exactly what Kokori is doing. He's seeking attention. He's seeking political relevance. But is that how to seek it? Is that how to get it? I don't understand. Okay. How are the opposition parties belligerent? Okay. By going to the tribunal, has anyone disturbed Tinubu and his administration? Kokori should just shut up if he has nothing to say. Tinubu, in search of legitimacy, submitted himself to IMF and World Bank, and they declared war on Nigerians. Exactly. So generally, Kokori just seeking attention by writing whatever he's writing, or granting interviews, he's granting interviews. All he's saying is just in support of APC, and that is not what Nigeria want at this time. 37% plus 53% is 90%. So where does the other 10% go? But even with his own estimate, Tinubu is not going to win, even at the tribunal. It's quite obvious. So he should get ready to relinquish that office to the rightful winner. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment over what Kokori is trying to say here to Nigerians.